Dum 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 dum. Let's get a new tab up for stuff and bump to bump bump dum bump. Yo, what is going on? Holy cow! I think we're live. If not blurry, why are we blurry? Maybe we're not. Hashtag good evening to you as well. Hashtag I punch my microphone. And Sound Ocean, what's going on? How y'all doing today? Good to see y'all. Hope you're doing well. I tell you what, I think I say this like every day, but like I feel really good today. Or like most days, I feel pretty good. Actually, early for once. Y'all are, there's you and hashtag, we're both here before stream. We had some early people. That feels fucking good, dude. That's exciting. It's great to see you guys. Of course, you know, early being, it's funny because you say early, but it's also like 4 in the morning for you, which is, I guess, technically early, but also very, very late. So either way, hope y'all are doing well. I feel good. Sorry for no stream yesterday. I did practice on my own, and it was a good opportunity because my teacher has been telling me that I need to do more mouthpiece exercises, you know? So what I did yesterday when I was dead tired, you know, I'd been up for like literally 24 hours. But so instead of playing on the horn for as much as I needed to, I just did mouthpiece work. And I actually got like, made some good progress. 5 a.m. actually, well, you know, that's my bad. I'll remember. 5 a.m. at 11 o'clock, normal start time for Sound Ocean is 5 in the morning. Holy hell. I don't feel like shit. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. That, you know, that was me yesterday, like all day yesterday, because I had to be up at 4 o'clock my time in the morning to take my mom to the airport. But I woke up at about like 12:31, and I was basically in and out of consciousness until my mom came and we had to drive to the airport. So by the end of the day, I was destroyed. I think I didn't make it past like 8:30, you know. Yeah, no, the mouthpiece itself is so small, and even the diameter, like this is, I think, of standard brass instruments, the smallest size of mouthpiece. It's crazy how small the mouthpiece is, but it's even like, so the entire range of the horn, in my mind, becomes a little bit more impressive, figuring that you're doing it all on this little motherfucker, you know. But so my mouthpiece work has been, I just have not been able to do it very well my entire life. So, and especially down low, what I found out is that I can do this. Just putting your finger just barely in front of it adds enough resistance to where I can get a clean buzz where I was not able to do that before. So I tooted on my mouthpiece and I did like scales, I did Carusos, I was playing everything for like 2 hours or something. So one, it was great because I got to be lazy. 2, it was good because now I can actually do the thing that I've never been able to do. This is even before college. Like even when I was studying 15 years ago, I didn't have a good mouthpiece buzz. This is like for the first time in my life, I am better than I have ever been on mouthpiece. And also, my teacher's going to be very proud of me that I actually worked mouthpiece out. So it's a win-win-win, you know? Never complaining about trombone mouthpieces ever again? No, sir. Dude, I've tried to play on low brass mouthpieces, and I'm like swimming in those things. Why are we blurry, dude? Focus. Focus on my shiny, sweaty palm. Now on my shiny, sweaty forehead. I'm not that sweaty, it's cold. But like seriously, I don't know what to do with all the extra space in a low brass mouthpiece. Like I know how to control this part of my mouth real well. This part of my mouth has no idea what to do when it buzzes. You know? Oh my goodness, stupid rug. Alright. Sweaty palms. It's been so goddamn hot today. Dude, I wish it was hot today. It's it got down to below freezing, which it doesn't often do in Florida. That's kind of an extraordinary bit of cold for us here. I'm just because it's a little warm in the house. I don't have the fan on, and I'm gripping my horn. You know, when it's up against the brass, it tends to be get a little sweaty. But I wish it was cold today, dude. Don't be careful what you wish for. We could end up in a Freaky Friday sort of situation. Oh my God, today's Thursday. It could literally happen tomorrow. Freaky Friday, we both go to bed and wake up in each other's like climates where all of a sudden you're cold as balls, freezing your ass off, and I'm over there sweating my, whatever. Careful what you wish for. I like winter because it's cold and dry and it's amazing. Dude, that's exactly why I hate the winter. Ah! No, sir. Not for me. Not for me. I'm too Florida for that shit. Like, and it's crazy. It is so dry. And that's to my detriment because I don't like I growing up in Florida, it's always so humid around. I don't really have to use like lotion and stuff, but as I've been older and as the winters have been very, very dry, I get like cracked and bleeding on my hands whenever I don't use lotion because it gets so dry and shit. Like, ugh, no way. So, of course, now I use lotion and it's fine and I'm like moisturized and whatever, but like, I don't like it. Not Florida enough for that shit? Well, you're about to be. We're about to switch places. This is gonna happen. We've all seen the documentaries featuring Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. Freaky Friday and the sequel, Freakier Friday, I think. That one I haven't seen, but anyways, let's get some flexibility shit. Let's do some playing. Jeez. I live in Auckland. Yo, we love our Kiwis. It doesn't snow here, and I hate that because I don't know what snow is like, dude. No kidding. Does it snow anywhere in New Zealand? Because I know like mountains, right? It's very mountainous, like where they did Lord of the Rings and stuff. There's the snowy parts, but like for some reason I thought New Zealand was more snowy than that. But I guess it makes sense being in the around subtropical, maybe even legit tropical. But yeah, snow is fun. I will say, and last distracted thought before we get back into practicing, but snow is good to like be in when you're in the mood for snow. But like having to walk in the snow, if you got a dog, taking your dog out on a walk in the snow, especially like small dog like mine, he fucking hates the snow. And when they would salt the sidewalks and the stuff, his paws would get all nasty or like hurt and cracked and dried, and he didn't love that. Driving in snow is actually hell. Like I will not drive in snow anymore. I lived in St. Louis for 3 years, and we got a pretty good amount of snow and slush and winter weather in the Midwest, but like, I'll drive in a hurricane, no problem. Thunderstorms, there's a tornado out of the way, maybe we start to freak out a little bit. But you put a quarter inch of snow on the ground, and my ass is home for like ever. And now we're out of focus again, so I don't know. It does snow in New Zealand now where I live. I got you. Very cool. All right. Camera focus. Here we go. Wow. That's tricky. That is tricky in that low range, but it's coming together. There's you know, the few problems, like we get down to the C, that one works pretty well. Down to the B, that one works pretty well. Tapioca, good morning to you, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. And then once we get down to like the G flat, like the bottom two, those are usually good, but like the A flat, A and B flat are a little wonky in there, which just means I need to iron out those breaks a little bit more. Let's readjust the click. Yeah, I like doing this one. Those actually felt like really good on those bottom couple partials. Those I usually struggle with. Those felt secure today. Those ones just on the F horn there is not as secure. The 1 2 2 3 1 3 and 1 2 3. It's gonna be 17 today, which isn't as bad as yesterday, but you know that's pretty warm. That's decently warm, but like honestly, I wouldn't mind it. Can I change to Celsius? So right now the high today is 17 C. It was -2. It's currently 12 because I'm able to change to Celsius on my on my weather app, which is 54 roughly. So yeah, so 17 is about 63-ish. That's chilly. That's pretty chilly. I would definitely wear a light jacket if it was going to be 63, excuse me. 73, honestly, probably too, as well. Tapioca, you just finished practice. Sorry, I think I missed that before, but that is excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Hope you had a good practice, my friend. Gonna be 1.7 instead. You're just gonna. Oh dang! What's reverse decimate? Because decimate is like reduce it by a tenth. What's like reduce it to a tenth? I think science needs to invent a new word for this. Because that would be fucking chilly. That would be like, now you're talking like, so 2 degrees is something like 35 Celsius, Fahrenheit, which is like, no, that's what it is going to be tonight. And like the lows for all this week are down right around 0 Celsius, for the record. No stolen valor. I'm only in Florida. It's not that cold. Like, let's be real. I did check. I scroll through the weather of some saved locations. So I used to live in St. Louis, and I checked the weather there earlier this week. It got down to -1 of Fahrenheit. -1 Fahrenheit. You know what? Just because that's like -1 Fahrenheit to Celsius. -17 in St. Louis. It was down to -17-ish Celsius. Just for the record. Let's get this click going for some lip trills. I didn't do him yesterday, so let's slow it down just a bit. Maybe like 84. Yeah. Okay. Like it wanted to that first time when I was doing the pentuplets, and like it's sort of, I don't know, this might be a good day for lip trills on some of the lower partials or lower horns. Dang, that's close. -17 is gold, but can it be -17 though? No! No! I mean, it can and it is going to, but like, no! Oh my god! Why would you wish that? One of my life goals is permanently join the Auckland Philharmonia, Philharmonic, but I don't play any orchestral instruments, at least not well, so I don't know if that's too ambitious, but, you know, it'd be cool. That would be very fucking cool, dude. That's a great goal. I don't, you know, like I say, I don't know how realistic or feasible it is. Like, one of my, I don't know if it's necessarily a goal. I don't know if it's necessarily a goal, because I don't want to, like, setting goals that are unrealistic and unattainable, you know, to that you would never reasonably achieve would be, you know, but I would love to play for, you know, like, there's so many, Chicago, New York, Boston, LA. LA would be really cool to play for, because then you get to work on, like, movie soundtracks and shit. Fucking Andrew Bain, he is, he's not, he's Australian, he's not New Zealander, but he's the principal of the LA Philharmonic. And he does, like, the Star Wars and Disney soundtracks and scores and all that kind of stuff. That'd be really cool to do. Like, LA Phil might be, like, top of the top dream job just because you get to work on the movie stuff. London also would be really cool. I think London does a lot of, like, they did the Harry Potter soundtracks and stuff like that. That'd be really fucking cool. I've played in some local jazz bands as a drummer, which is fun, but playing in an orchestra is fun. Yeah, it is. I mean, I say that. I've never actually played with an orchestra. I bet it would be a lot of fun. But maybe, you know, because I'm at the end of this semester, roughly at about May or thereabouts, I think there's going to be auditions for the local orchestra to have their sub list. And, like, assistants and utility horns and stuff like that. Why can we not focus on me? Thank you, camera. So I'm gonna try my short-term goal. What the fuck, man? You're not even focused on anything. It's not even like there's something in the foreground that you're focused on. You're just lost focus. This sucks. But so I think, and my teacher said that she's going to work on some excerpts with me as it gets close, and the rep list gets posted officially. Said that it might be an attainable goal to at least take the audition for the sub list. I don't know if we're going to make it, but, like, I haven't auditioned for anything in 15 years. So closer to 16, 17 years now, because it was before I got into college. So yeah, definitely audition experience is never a bad thing. All right, we're still doing lip trills. Doesn't really want to work very well today. Maybe it's just because I took a break before before actually doing it. Dang. That one's like almost. It's like it wanted. So many of these are like, I can feel them like just on the cliff's edge of like, oh, I just want to. But it's just like, just not. It's like just sticks just a bit much. A bit too much. First semester starts in March for me, but I'm going to see if I can join jazz band or something because jazz is cool, bands are cool, jazz bands are extra cool. Agreed on all counts. That's so fucking exciting. Dude, I hope that, I hope you're able to. That would be really cool. Ooh, speaking of jazz, very light jazz. I just listened to a piece today. My teacher is considering assigning to me. It's called, oh shoot, I think it's Blues and Variations for Monk for horn. It's written by David Amram, I think is his name. It's for solo unaccompanied horn, and it's a really cool piece because it's like it's a little jazzy and bluesy, very lightly, but it also has fun, like, because it makes good use of the horn's ability to stop and all the different colors that you can do here, and like percussive elements and like, you know, other stuff. So you're kind of your own accompanist with some light percussive stuff. Like you're going through and you're doing you're doing almost like, you know, it's really cool piece. Check it out if you're interested. And I might be playing it for y'all before too long. I might do it anyways because it's a really cool piece, but I digress. That's not even the right pitch. That's D flat. No. Yes. So bad. Oh, it wants to so bad. Turns out when you actually play it on the partial that you're supposed to be playing it on, they actually sound like they're sort of what you've been working on. That was so stupid. Why are we... Where did I get off? That was like, I don't know, that was maybe the slowest but longest trill, because that was actually all, like, locked in a little bit, but very, very slow and very inconsistent. But it felt like it was in a trill. I don't know, that was weird. Whatever. All right, we've done way more than 5 minutes of lip trills. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is some Strauss. Yes. Running through Strauss because that's going to be a big part of my lesson this weekend. Tomorrow, actually. Holy shit. And we're going to do it with the click because obviously. Back in year 9, my high school had a pipe band, but I really wanted to join, even though I really want to. Was there not a... Dang, that sounds really cool. Was there not an option for you to learn bagpipes or to borrow some to learn on as part of the ensemble? Because that would have been really cool. That would have been really cool, dude. That's not every day you get a chance to, get into playing bagpipes. That's fucking awesome. I wish my high school would have had a fucking pipe band. We barely had a band. And that's only slightly exaggerating. What is wrong with the camera? Okay. Okay. We're going to play Strauss. And we're going to play it all in one shot. We're going to play it with the metronome. We're going to shift colors. We're going to breathe. We're going to pass our class. We're going to win the audition. Ugh. And we're going to live happily ever after. My parents would have killed me if I tried playing bagpipes at home. They would have kicked me out. That's totally fair. I could totally see that. Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, when I was growing up, we had a little bit of land. My parents had 10 acres. And there was a barn out back where we had some alpacas for a couple of years. Long story. But so when I was growing up and playing horn, I could go out to the barn essentially and play for the animals, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, in the house would not have been nearly as agreeable, I'm sure. Okay. Strauss 1. Bum-ba-dum. Alright, rest. Dun 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 dun. That's so slow. Okay, well, whew, it's hot in here. Turns out that is an aerobic feat. So, plenty to work on. Plenty to work on, which is good. This is what I get for not playing Strauss yesterday. They wanted to kick me out even if I was practicing piano? No, come on, no shot. Piano is like... A kid playing piano is one thing, but like a kid playing bagpipes and not knowing what they are doing on bagpipes is a whole other thing. It's like, give me piano 10 times out of 10 over bagpipes. Give me piano 10 times out of 10 over trumpet, over oboe, over drums, over bagpipes. Anything else is like decently fine. Clarinet's gonna be fine, saxophone's gonna be fine, flute's gonna be fine. Much better introduction than previously. No. I don't hate drums. I'm thinking of like a kid first learning to play an instrument. So like what instruments are really, really grating to the ear or annoying when someone is just first learning, right? So like a kid who doesn't know how to play drums, who doesn't know groove or rhythm or like nuance or anything like that, they're just going that would drive me insane. That's what I mean by drums. Same with like an oboe. Like I think I've said this before on stream, but like I used to not really care for the oboe when I played in grade school bands because no offense, grade school kids that I played with were not professional oboe players, right? Just by definition. And there were a lot of squeaks and they were out of tune and it was like but like a good oboe, oh my god, it's ethereal and floaty and it's so good. But like a kid learning oboe to my ear is new. Same with like bagpipes or trumpet, loud blaring right in your face. Like there is no soft touch or nuance from a say 12-year-old kid learning to play trumpet, right? That sort of a thing. I played drums all the time. But if you were good, no harm, no foul. Piano was in the living room. My parents were always in there, and I always wanted to play when they were in there. Yeah, I could see that. But like, yeah, because we had a piano. It was an upright piano in our dining room. And nobody like I played it a little bit when I would noodle around. But it got out of tune, and there were a couple keys that were missing. Yo, what's up, M. Door? Good to see you, friend. Oh my goodness, how are you? Oh, sorry, my eye is really itchy for like 2 seconds. Huh. The cold blast. No, it wasn't cold blast actually. Although it is very fucking cold. There's an event, something being held today that like more than half of the ensemble I think is participating in. It's an all-day off-campus thing. So they're just decided no ensembles today. So that's fine because we get to practice a little bit more. And the ensembles like it's fun, but it's not like it's not the most challenging of repertoire. So, you know, if I don't have to go into town for just an hour to play some of that stuff, I'm okay with that. On a Tuesday, it's different because I've got 2 ensembles that day, so go into town makes a lot more of a 2 birds stoned at once, But yeah, for Thursday, I'm fine if they cancel. Is it an honor band? No, it's just the Wind Symphony at the local community college, and so a lot of the students there. It's called like Symposium or something. I don't really know what it is. But it seemed like it was like a field trip or something. It's also like messing with lessons tomorrow as well. I'm not really sure what it is, but yeah. So they're that's what it is. Maybe it is an honor band actually because they mentioned that there were some like audition stuff. So it might be like an honor band or like a festival. Something like that might be. I'm gonna ask when they get back. What I would do to be able to play Scotland the Brave on the bagpipes. Hi there, lad. I can't do a good Scottish accent. I was trying to think of like what else like I couldn't think of it in time, but that would be fucking cool, dude. Like I was like, and that's the thing as well. Bagpipes for me are like oboe, When it's bad, it's so grating to my ear as to make me want to like gouge out my eardrums, with an ice pick. But if it's a good bagpipe and it's a good oboe, that shit gives me goosebumps all over, like constantly. But there's a fine line between what is a good bagpipe, I think, and a not so good bagpipe. Maybe I don't know that I've ever heard a mid bagpipe player, I've heard very, very bad and I've heard very, very good. I'm not sure if I've heard very, very mid. Interesting. I'm taking that run too fast. All right, hold on. Okay. That was a better into the color shift. and a better run on the scale there, but like I feel like one instrument that would be terrible when played badly is the ophicleide. Yes. Clyde. I'm remembering Clyde. I got it this time. But yes, I agree with you on that, probably. I don't know that... Probably. What does it sound like? It's not really known for sounding good, was why it went out of fashion, but when played by a beginner, it would sound absolutely awful. It sounds good as fuck by when played by someone who knows what they're doing. I could see that. Maybe I'm thinking also like along the same line as oboe, maybe English horn. I don't know that I've ever heard anyone play an English horn who wasn't like university level or higher. I don't know that I've heard someone play English horn very badly. That might be another one. I should. Do you know what's a good piece for ophicleide? I want to look up a piece for ophicleide, or could you send me a piece for ophicleide? I'd like to listen to something. Etc. etc. It's not bad. Symphony Fantastique. Oh, love that. Let me pull it. Symphony Fantastique. Berlioz. Are we talking Berlioz? Yo. Misc notes. Apparently, the editors made the decision to swap several of the trombone and ophicleide, or tuba in this case, parts in the fourth movement, completely eliminating the third trombone's infamous pedal tones? That seems like something that should not be. Yo, Sig Figs. What's up? Love the name. I absolutely love significant figures. Or just Sig Figs, like little fruit. This coming up in my Rex is a sign that I need to practice too. Do it! Do it, my friend. There is never a wrong time to practice. Good to see. I hope you have a good day of practicing. Okay. All right, I feel better about the development section. Let's work on the second half of the Dolce into the triplets. It's just so slow. It's just so slow when you take it that. It's written 112. This is 112. But, like, no shot. I get a lot of people who complain about chemistry. Dude, I was... So, quick, brief history of my academic history. So, college, I started off as music major, horn studies, which is a bullshit degree, but that's another story for another day. Second semester, I ended up being horn studies and biochemistry, which basically just meant I took Chem 2 and Chem 2 lab. Then I was music education for like a week in the summer, then accounting, and then, you know, blah, blah, blah. But like, I can dig chemistry. I was pretty good at it back 15 years ago when I took classes, but like it's always been fascinating to me, and I love the labs too, you know, because I'm a dork, but you know, y'all knew that. Dude, if you get the chance, I'll record some drum playing and send it. Yeah, dude, I would love to do that. Share it in you're in the Discord, right? Share it in the music channel there if you do. That would be great. I'd love to hear it. Okay, let's see. Weird. I studied physics and biology. I was also very active in the bands. Dude, I love that. That's fucking awesome. I'm playing in the bands. I know there's some psych majors. There's a few music majors and stuff, but there's a lot of non-music majors that just want to play music, and I think that's fucking awesome. You know? Hello again, Soupy. No, I didn't watch the video. What was it? Was that the eating concrete one? I mean to, because I remember it, but I just haven't yet. My apologies. I will though. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Do we care to do? I do care to do. Needs to be like, not like shroop, you know? And you'd be like, bam, bam, not bam, wow, you know? But that's, I kind of like this. I listened to a few recordings of this. Herman Bauman, so that I knew what not to do. Don't at me. Dennis Brain, because obviously. And I listened to also Barry Tuckwell. Those were the three. The two that I'm trying to emulate the sound of are Dennis Brain and Barry Tuckwell. Obviously, Barry Tuckwell. I said this to my girlfriend, who was like, "Why are you growing out a mustache?" And I don't know if I am, so you know. But there is some aura to be had for a horn player with a good mustache. Case in point, go look up Barry Tuckwell. Hopefully, better hairline. Knock on wood. But that man out here rocking his horn. He's a Australian and played in Canada quite a bit. The late great Barry Tuckwell. So that is why there's some aura for a horn player with like a good mustache, you know. So that's all. But all of the back to the beginning was in, I believe it was Dennis Brain's recording. His version of the intro here is quite fast, and he in general takes it very fast. I don't know if I want to do the whole piece that fast, but I really kind of like the driving of the intro fanfare. So I'm going to try and be closer to that for at least the intro. Thinking of, because like Barry Tuckwell is far and away a better horn player than I will ever hope to dream of being. Let's get that out of the way first. As is Herman Bauman. I mean no disrespect on Herman Bauman as a musician and a professional. I just don't particularly care for his interpretation of certain things, and he uses too much vibrato in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. It's so interesting because I was thinking, like, Barry Tuckwell, for those who don't know, is notoriously and infamously a high horn player. He is a core alto 100%. And it's funny, if you listen to him do the Strauss concerto, you can actually tell, because on those points where it does go down to the F, you'll hear him like swab, or like come at them from above and like not quite get all the way down, and so he'll be a little sharp or a little weak on those. It's again, he laps me and kicks, like he what is it, boat races me and takes me out behind the woodshed and fucking slaps my ass from here till Sunday. But like, it's so all I was thinking, being such a high horn player, was, does this man, like, how would Barry Tuckwell play Shostakovich 5? Because the first horn, it goes down to the B flat below. Like, I'm sure he can play them, but like, does he utilize his assistant for, you know, the Shostakovich 5 low point when he's playing first for, I think he was a principal. He must have been a principal. No shot he would have been a low horn orchestral player. something in there. Blah, 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 blah. Making me feel like a fake horn player by referencing all these prominent players I've never heard about. Dude, no. You're looking at it all wrong. Allow me to change and reframe your mindset. I am now opening your eyes, broadening your horizons to this wide world of horn players that you've never even heard about. This is exciting. This is cause celebre. You know what I mean? Dude, look up like Dennis Brain. You telling me you've never heard of Dennis Brain? Look up his I will tell you exactly the album and disc and songs to listen to. Dennis Brain Icon. It's called Icon. The album cover is shoot. We got the wrong screen region. It's this one here. And it's CD, it's disc 3. Disc 3 has like the remasters of the Mozart concertos. And if you don't know, it's almost, my understanding is it's basically universally agreed upon that if you are going to learn or produce a Mozart concerto, the definitively correct version is Dennis Brain's recording. Dennis Brain is the correct way to play the Mozart concertos. That's it. That's it, hands down. Like it's just end of discussion. This man is incredible. Listen to everything you can by Dennis Brain. It's my and even sorry, punching my mic. This week's homework was to create my top 10 horn players whose sound I want to emulate and who like are my idols who I look up to in the horn world. This list of 10 right here, this will get you far. First, you can't even see. Let me get, maybe we can see. Freudis being number 1, Dennis Brain, Sarah Willis, 4th horn for the Berlin. Phil, oh my goodness, that's, can't see anything. Maybe just turn it down a little bit. Radek Babarak, he's a fantastic soloist, and he does my favorite version of Strauss 2. He plays it with, I forget, it's a Japanese orchestra, but look up Strauss 2 on YouTube, Radek Babarak, and you'll find his Strauss 2, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, that man, his sound will make you pregnant. Barry Tuckwell, Mustachio himself, Stefan de la Valliedersky, the longtime 3rd horn from the Berlin Phil, because you either have Stefan de la Valliedersky or Stefan Dorr, who's the principal. And honestly, I went back and forth on that one. It's like crossed out, but I think I like, because he's the 3rd horn. He's a bit more supportive and rounds out the section. That's kind of how I want to be. I don't want to necessarily be a principal. You know, I will follow the principal through the gates of hell, run through a goddamn brick wall for him, but I'm fine being a support. You know what I mean? Julie fucking Landsman, 25 years principal horn for the Met, obviously. Andrew Bain, like we were talking about earlier, LA Phil, 1st horn, and plays on Star Wars and, you know, all the Disney stuff that John Williams, or like that he works a lot with John Williams with the Star Wars stuff. Can we please focus? Are we just not allowed to focus today? Holy cow. All right. Sorry, y'all caught a glimpse of my dog snoozing over there. Denise Tryon, who is the 4th horn for Philadelphia. I think it's Philadelphia. I think it's not Pittsburgh. A low horn monster. I listen to her version of Neuling's Bagatelle most days. It's so good. She is so good. And then Jasper de Waal is my last. He played, when I was in college, he was the principal of the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra in Oslo, I believe. But he has a CD where he does a lot of Haydn recordings. And the Haydn Horn Concerto #1. I absolutely love his sound, and this, like, Jasper de Waal in comparison to Herman Baumann. I find Jasper's amount of vibrato tasteful and not overbearing, because horn is not a vibrato instrument in the American school by default. In Europe, it's a little bit different, and I find that Jasper's amount of vibrato is just right for my ear. So those are my top 10. So sorry, Pragon Desai. Hello, good to see you. Sorry I missed your message earlier. I really want to learn Caravan on drums. Ooh, Caravan. I don't think I know that one. Who's that one by Sound Ocean? It's a fantastic assignment. I agree, dude. I've literally had 2 lessons with my teacher, and I've gotten water out of your valves, right? So trigger 3 is your lowest point on the horn, right? That's a fact. So what you do is you hold the horn at this angle so that the water from valves 1 and 2 can rush down towards the valves. You hold trigger, or you hold 3, and you wiggle 1, 2, and trigger, so that the water then rushes down here to 3, and then you stop wiggling, hold trigger and 3, turn it this way, and now all of the water that was in these valves is now in 3 and trigger 3. So now you take out 3, you take out trigger 3, and let's see how much water was in those. I don't know how well you can see this. Nasty. So that was lesson 1. That already is worth the tuition for the entire semester right there. Second lesson, she fixed my mouthpiece, my inability to play on the mouthpiece down low, and gave me, basically told me that from now on I'm not allowed to play on my leg, which fixed my low register. So like, it's been fucking 2 weeks and I'm a whole new horn player. It's incredible, dude. I fucking love these. I love these lessons that I've been taking. I really want to learn more instruments because I want to improve my skills on the saw. But right now my main instruments are drums, piano, accordion, and piano accordion. Is there, okay, so you're going to teach me something. Are accordion and piano accordion different? Are those different instruments? Because the only accordion I know is the like bellows with like the piano on the side. Is that not just accordion? Caravan Whiplash Edition. I believe the one I want to learn was written by John Wasson, but I'm not sure. Is that so from the movie Whiplash? Because that's one that I haven't seen, but I've heard really, really good things. If not like a little intense and perhaps triggering because of some trauma and like, you know, stuff. But never had issues getting the spit out. Well, all the better. But like, you know, like sometimes there's there's some in the trigger first or like trigger second. It's like it's just there where you can't. So if you want to get it all out in one, that's the beauty of it, is so you don't have to pull out 1 and trigger 1 and 2 and trigger 2 and 3 and trigger 3. You get them all out by pulling out 3 and trigger 3. That's the thing, is it saves you time so you don't have to go through all of your valves to get all the water from them. That's the thing. I stopped playing on my leg when I was in like 7th grade because it made my head tilt. Yeah. I played on my leg, I think, literally my entire life, for the most part. I for whatever reason, just never. And now trying to like do it after it's only been like 5 days of making sure that I'm off the leg. But now going back to it, I'm like, how did I ever? What the fuck, dude? I can't. I physically can't. I don't know how I even did. It's great. I don't know, man. They are the same. Okay, I got you. They are the same thing. It's just the part that you play the lead on. Oh. Look up button accordion and then piano accordion. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Piano versus button accordion. Hey, there we go. Interesting. Okay. I've got a fun rabbit hole to go on. Or to go down. Thank you. Appreciate that, Sound Ocean. Oh, goodness. What are we even playing? Oh, yes. We've been talking for way too long. Let's do a little bit of an excerpt of Don Quixote. Yes, the second horn for Don Quixote Variation 8. Okay, I need to work on this apparently. All right, a little rough. I mostly play the piano accordion because I started out on piano. It's just easier than button accordion, at least for me. That's dude. You have now opened my eyes and broadened my horizons to where now I am so excited to learn about the differences in accordions. That's so cool. So like, I knew that the buttons existed, right? So are the buttons the same in terms of like what they do? Is it like so like each button then changes the pitch as the keys would? Because I thought there were differences in like maybe key or pitch or tone or like something like that but that's so cool. Can you play on the guitar behind you, please? I could, but it wouldn't sound very good, and we're in dedicated practice time, so not right now at the moment. But Patrick, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And also, I haven't played the guitars in literally over a year. Like, well, it wouldn't be good. My fingers would hurt, and y'all would not like it. Trust me on that. The horn is better. I need to work on some of this for Don Quixote. Excuse me. Yeah, that's close enough. The buttons on the other side, the ones that you move the bellows with, are for the bass mostly. Oh! Oh! I gotcha. They just work differently. The bass side is usually the same for both. So we're talking about completely different. Hold on. Okay. Let me go to images real quick. Here we go. Now I got you. I got you. Okay. So what I'm seeing then is this, which is very good. This is the comparison that I'm now seeing. Piano keys versus a button keyboard here. I gotcha. Interesting. Different notes on push and pull. Oh, so is that more like a is that more like a harmonica? Is that different, like push and pull on the That's so cool. Oh my god, I hate this camera. Please, focus. Focus. You're not focusing. This is worse. My hands are so sweaty. Okay, now you focus on my face. Oh. Okay, I think we're good. Jerry Official, what's going on? Hello. Good to see you. How are you today? Thank you for stopping by. We're going through a couple of excerpts. Well, actually, we've played a couple of excerpts. Maybe we're good on excerpts. Let's play. I, yesterday, spent a great deal of time listening to one of my favorite horn albums of all time, Sig Figs. Check it out. It's called Strauss. It is recorded, played by Freudis Revekra, who is #1, by the way, on my list. I play on her signature mouthpiece. My daily warm-ups come from her book, Thoughts on Playing the Horn Well, by Freudis. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful. My hero. So she and a few other horn players play this horn trio by Sigurd Berge. Excuse me, I think it's Berge. And I want to play the third horn part for it because I've always usually done the first, but I want to try the low stuff for it because some of it's pretty difficult. So that's going to be what I'm going to be working on, and dipping into some of the other stuff, the other parts too, because they're also really fun. And this stupid rug I need to fix, but doing good. YouTube recommended this stream, dude. I love to hear that. I love to hear that, and thank you so much for clicking on it. Hope you have a good time. I don't know much about the button accordions because I've only ever played one once. Oh, cool. Cool. And so the one that you've got is piano, and that's the one that you sent off to get repaired. That's wild. So the other hand I'm seeing, it is the same on, and so that's like a drone or like a pedal tone. So that like sets the key, and then you flourish over the top either with piano keyboard, or like buttons on it. That's so interesting. Piano, and this one says it's called a diatonic, is the button accordion, which is interesting. Perfect for norteño, conjunto, and folk music, it says. Whereas the piano is great for classical, jazz, and all-around versatility. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what Gulf Music Sales, this image, is saying. Dude, this trio is so good. No, not drones. Oh, they play chords. Oh, huh. Interesting. So you're doing like, you're setting triads on the bass. This is probably the wrong hand. I don't know. On the bass side. So you're doing like setting like the key in chord to set that, and then you flourish. So it's not just like a pedal or a drone. I gotcha. Weird. What a strange instrument. Like in a good way, because I just have no exposure to it outside of like, you know, polka bands in cartoons or whatever, you know. That's really interesting. I had no idea. That's so cool. Shoot. My bass clef is really, really bad. That starts on a D. That's not right. That's it. Which is the first first movement to the horn trio, sort of in multiple parts. What's going on? How are you comfortable to play, and what do you think about Koprosh? Brick Bracker 24, good to see you, my friend. I'm so glad you asked that question. Both of those questions, actually. A Koprosh a day keeps the stink away. That's the thing, and it's actually been many days since the last time I've done my Koprosh, which is a personal failing on my part, but Koprosh are wonderful. Do them every single day. Do as I say, not as I do. The only reason I don't necessarily do them every single day is, one, because I'm not assigned to do them currently by my teacher, and I play cling etudes. I just think they're a little bit more fun. But Koprosh, when I was coming up through high school and my first couple years of university, this was my Bible. This was my Bible, my gospel, my alpha, my omega, my amen. Like, you will if you can play through the Koprosh book, you are well set up on your way to success. And how high am I comfortable playing? Comfortably, probably up to the C above the staff. Like, that's probably like the highest of my functional, like, usable range. I have hit D and maybe D sharp above before, but not with any sort of like musicality or precision. that was a D. We almost got the E flat there, but so I don't really try and like push too much higher than a C because I'm not playing first horn on Concertstück, so no reason to. When I'm soloing, I typically don't use the bass side, only use the main keyboard, but if I'm other players or playing music where I don't solo, I use both sides. Interesting. Interesting. So, I would have thought it would be the opposite, because if you're like playing by yourself and you only have one line for the keyboard or whatever, I would think you would want some sort of accompaniment by the bass side. But you're saying that you don't do that, and you do that when you have other people as you establish something to help with the ensemble. That's so very interesting. How long have I been playing the French horn for? So I started 6th grade when I was 12 years old. Then I played for about through my first year of university up to about age 19 or so. And then I took the next 15 years off, and now I'm 34. So about 7 or 8 years in total, but spread out over 23 years or something like that. Yeah, so this is day 77 of getting back into it after 15 years. Also about the button accordions, diatonic ones play different notes on push and pull. Yes, that's the chromatic ones play the same on push and pull. That is on the diagram as well. Yes. Because then I was wondering about harmonicas too, because I've never tried to learn how a harmonica works, but I kind of feel like it's the same thing, where if you blow out or inhale, if you exhale or inhale, I feel like those notes are also maybe different, but I could be wrong. Someone correct me. The soloing thing is just a personal thing. Gotcha. Very interesting. That's really cool, dude. I had no idea. You're teaching me so much. I fucking love that. Okay. Second movement. Actually, before we move on to the second movement, I want to do this one part on the... Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Cool guitars we got back there. Thank you, thank you. I've got a few that, honestly, they're mostly decoration pieces at this point, because I don't play them. But I should. My acoustic is an Ibanez. It's honestly the one that I would play if I was going to. The bass is a Jackson, just like $180, like bass bass level bass guitar. And then this one, the other Jackson, it's the Offset Flying V, the Randy Rhoads model, which I got just because it's sexy as hell, dude, you know? But I don't like playing it because it's got a Floyd Rose, and I didn't know that when I bought it or what that meant, so I'm not really a huge fan of it, but it's just so goddamn pretty, you know? To be honest, accordions are just big boxes of accordions, of harmonicas, with lungs and a computer attached to it. Seriously? That's really cool. That makes a lot of sense though, because they have a similar like timbre, in the not quality, but the color of their sound, and it makes sense that, you know, air coming in, air coming out with the bellows, sort of a similar mechanism as the harmonica. That's really cool. Fuck yeah, dude. Love the acoustic guitar, dude. So same. I really do too. And one of these days, I promise to you guys, if one of these days when we get some time, when I'm not, you know, on the horn and stuff, and I've got an afternoon where I can actually, sit and hang out. I'll do the guitars. We'll do the guitars eventually. I don't know when it will be. Maybe we can. Ooh, you know what? How's about this, guys? Guys and gals and non-binary pals. We are at currently on YouTube 231 subscribers. I am seeing 231 subscribers. As soon as we hit 250, we'll do guitars. There we go. There we go. That's what I will commit to that for you guys. We will do maybe not like a full guitar stream, but we'll probably do like practice, and then at the end of practice we'll break out the guitar and celebrate 250 subscribers on YouTube or something like that. I think that would be fun. That could be fun, which means I need to start practicing so that my fingers can toughen up before then, because it's going to be a little bit. But you're making me sound smart. I can't make you sound smarter than your words, dude. You're just smart. That's not my fault. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Come on now. That's just you being smart, my friend. All right. I think I've stalled enough. So the second movement of the horn trio it's really cool because it's one theme that gets passed around between the horns, and each time it adds a layer, it adds a horn to do harmonies and different stuff, and at the end it gets so thick and it's like, whoa, just absolutely gorgeous. This is the first horn part, but third horn doesn't come in until the third time around, so. And then the first horn, while second horn does that same melody, first horn is going to do this over and fucking over. Just octaves on that A, which are hard. And then third just plays that. What else does third do? Oh, third has it down an octave too, at a forte. And I'm just, as we go along, you should really listen to this. It's called Horn Trio. It's on Freudis Revecker's album Seros. For the record, it's like tracks 4, 5, 6, and 7, something like that. But the first horn does just like over and over for a couple measures, while third horn does the melody down an octave in forte, so it's fucking awesome. And then it's the last 2 times that it goes around. It's so cool because the first of the 2 is still, it's dissonant and it's murky and it's sort of a bit of a, it's quasi-tonal. It's really cool. And then the very, very last one, it shifts into what is actually like tonal adjacent. Do you know any other languages besides English? I do not, unfortunately. I am an ignorant American who has been failed by our public education system. I took 2 semesters of Spanish when I was in high school, but because of the class, it's a long story. We really only got through 1 semester of material, even though I got the credits. But yeah, No, unfortunately, I don't. I know a little bit of like musical terms, in like excuse me, German and maybe Italian. Um, trying to think of some French stuff, you know. But I would, in order for me to like actually learn a language, I would have to immerse myself like so hard. If I just wanted to like Duolingo or something, which I have tried, it just doesn't like really work for me in terms of learning. But it's a great question. I bring them on. Do you speak other languages, Jerry? I would love to be able to just like whip out some French, you know? But alas. Yes. Yeah, that is the right note. Which that is just a nasty. That line on its own is not good. And when you add it to the others, like they're all just weird chords, but it's fun because it seems like it's finding its way to where it needs to be, or like it's searching. That's what I love about this last page of this second movement of the horn trio, is it's trying, in my mind, trying to find a harmonic center, and then it never really, even at the very last chord, it never quite finds it, and that I think is very fun. Same for the Duolingo part. I speak 3 languages fluently. Europe things, I guess, dude. I'm really very jealous. I wish I would have had the opportunity to learn languages when I was a kid, you know, as is prioritized in other countries. Not so much here, unfortunately, but yeah. Anyways, commentary. Third movement of the horn trio is really good as well. The second and third, they lay down chords, but this is the main melody. Shoot. And then again, it gets passed on between the other horns with other interesting variations throughout. But it's a real, I love this, dude. I can't stress it enough. Listen to this piece. I don't know how people speak more than 2 languages, bro. I can barely speak 1. That's where I'm at. That's fucking where I'm at, dude. You can learn now. My dad is studying French, and he's older than 50. That I would love to. The only problem is it's like, because there's so many other things. Like I've got horn, I've got guitar, I've got. I want to look into composing. You know, writing some music at some point. I want to, like. There's so much that I want to do. That it's like, you know, I have homework for my classes, for my horn lessons, for all this stuff. I've got in the back here. Might not even be able to tell, but I've got this laptop open to the Pokemon Tower Defense game that came out like a month ago. I'm right now farming shinies as we go. So like, you know, it's just a throw it on the pile kind of a thing. Can we please focus this camera? My God. But I would love to. Oh goodness. Okay. Okay, so that's not fun until it gets to the something other than just dotted half notes. Okay, hold on. There's a lot of accidentals in here. Priorities. You're damn right, Sig Figs. When with so many stuff, I'm gonna start that over. With so many things that are on like the to-do list and potential to-do list, like it's just hard to find time for some things, you know. I wonder what jazz would sound like when played on the Ophiclyde. I'm saying Ophiclyde. That would be pretty cool, I bet. Two of them official from where I live, and English is kind of essential nowadays, so I just learned it, and I was able to talk kind of fluid at the age of 13 all by myself, besides the low level they teach you at school. Dude, that's so cool. That's so cool. Like, I am so envious of growing up in a situation where multiple languages like that was encouraged, required even, you know? Like, everyone where I grew up, it was out in the sticks here. It's Florida, so like, you know, it's all just English, very bad English at that, and then the opportunities for learning languages were not good. Like I say, the class was so unruly and misbehaved that over 2 semesters of Spanish, we only got through the first semester book. So like even when I was trying to take advantage of the classes that were offered to me at the time, there was nothing I could do because the environment was such that like me and 3 or 4 other people, we were like trying to learn and paying attention, and the rest of the class just took advantage of the fact that our teacher was I believe a first-year teacher, and bless her heart, you know, she was kind of a pushover, unfortunately, and so it was the, you know, asshole kids took advantage, right? And so there was just like, anyways. I'm also so envious because my cool school never taught other languages. I mean, no little Afrikaans, because I learned that by myself at home. I just wish my school taught other languages. You learned Afrikaans? Like, on a whim? Just be like, yo, what's a language I could do? Afrikaans sounds good. That's so fucking cool, dude. Like, what inspiration? Like, of everything. And I'm just so curious as to the thought process or the mindset that led you to that language as opposed to, I mean, French, Spanish, Italian, Greek, Romanian, Slovenian, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Tagalog, you know? fucking Urdu, fucking Portuguese, or like Swahili, or like I'm running out of languages, chat. Azeri, is that a language? No. Albanian. How's about Dutch, Swedish, or Finnish? I've somehow gotten a passable amount of Spanish, and then I was trying to learn Polish on my own, but none of the online tools work very well for me. Dude, that's huge. Fucking, I would love to have a passable amount of Spanish. You're like in the money. You're in the top of the top, my guy. Because you're South African on my father's side, dude. That's so cool. I love learning about you guys. That's really cool. Kiwi, New Zealander. I don't know if that's something only y'all are allowed to call yourselves. New Zealander, half or South African on your father's side with a little bit of Afrikaans in the tank. That's really cool. The more obscure a language, the more I want to learn it. That would be pretty dope. What about what's it called? Esperanto. Any interest in Esperanto over here? The language that was like completely designed from the ground up to be universal and like easy to learn. Now that's a weird fucking language. These are fun. Dang, these are some hard runs. No, it's not. It's like super easy is the thing. Never really been interested in Esperanto. Dang, because that's like, I feel like if I and a group of people, like I could commit to learning Esperanto with a group of people if we like all committed to learning Esperanto, I think. Because it's designed to be like easy-ish to pick up. That would be like really cool, you know? But maybe I'm the only dork interested in Esperanto. All right, Sound Ocean. What did you just call me in Afrikaans? A prat? You call me a prat or a broer? My pronunciation I know is very bad. Please don't be gentle. Oh, I like that. I like that. Excuse me. That's a weird little arpeggio. I don't know why that's not working for me very well. I just said, "Oh, hey, bro, do you speak Afrikaans?" And I would say, "What is no in Afrikaans?" Because I would say that. Nie disculpe. That sounds like no something. Yo, Pills, how you doing, friend? Good to see ya. It's going pretty dang well, I must say. I didn't even realize we're almost done with practice time. We might go a little bit longer because we've been kind of fooling around, but it's going well for me. I hope you're doing well as well. I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied today. Tongue-tied and twisted. Working out a little bit of the excuse me, went down the wrong tube of the horn trio. Oh, title pages here, sorry. The horn trio by Sigurd Berge. So working on the third horn movement. I accidentally just combined Polish and Portuguese. I was about to say, because disculpe sounds like something I remember from Spanish, which Portuguese and Spanish adjacent at least makes sense. And then, yeah, I was thinking no, but then nie or whatever. I was like, that doesn't sound like Spanish to me. Just an earthbound mystic. An earthbound mystic, you say? Like the game? Like Earthbound the game? Because that's a hell of a game, dude. We're talking about Earthbound. I would talk about Earthbound. In fact, now you got it in my head. It's about time for a play of Earthbound. Because so periodically I like to go through my favorite Super Nintendo games, which tend to be Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, Lufia 2, Link to the Past, etc. Like all the big hits, right? I just played Lufia 2 last year, just about a year ago. I don't remember the last time I played through Earthbound. I want to play through Earthbound. Holy cow, this is weird. Okay, so I think I need to work on these like once at a time. Tongue-tied and twisted made me think of Pink Floyd. Oh, I gotcha. I don't know Pink Floyd very much. I always think tongue-tied and twisted. I think there's a song by Sub Radio, I think, that uses tongue-tied and twisted. And that's where I was going from. But Pink Floyd is, it's just one that I sort of missed out on. Like The Doors, never really listened to them, or The Cars, or who else? Like the Beatles. I don't really care for the Beatles, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses. Like a lot of the classic rock, big time names, I'm just not a huge fan of. But I will say, the ones that I will listen to almost 100% of the time: Boston, Styx, Foreigner, absolutely. Those are really like those might be the ones that I like are top of the top for me in terms of classic rock. Queen sometimes, you know, some of their stuff hits, some of their stuff does not. But like, I don't know. Pink Floyd, for whatever reason, I just never really. To be fair, I never gave them a chance. I just never really listened to their stuff. I'm sure it's good. Or Zeppelin, really, either. Never really. I know Stairway to Heaven, sure. Um, did Zeppelin do Pour Some Sugar on Me, Baby? Or is that no? That's Def Leppard. Def Leppard. Yeah, there's a lot of trash back in the day, isn't there? Huh? You know, I guess every era. You know, people they always talk about, oh, born in the wrong generation. You know, this generation's music is so ass and whatever. But like, there's shit in every generation. We just mentioned some of the good stuff from like 70s, 80s. But there's a lot of shit from the 70s, 80s that, in my opinion, is vastly overrated. Rush, I will almost always listen to. The Goats, in my opinion. Not like band name The Goats, but like Rush are my goats, I think. I don't know why I couldn't think of them before any of the others. Kansas, very, very good. I love me some Kansas. Oh, that's a weird one. Da 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 da. Dang. This is tricky. Rush, rush. Okay, now we're on. Now we've started. It's like a very low flying airplane. That was weird. We have started to find common ground, and this is the beauty of humanity and community, dude. How good is Rush though? Moving Pictures, an incredible album that honestly, I think when we're done, I'm gonna put Moving Pictures on. Can we please? And have some lunch. Oh. There we go. Fly By Night. One of my all-time favorites. Fucking they're self-titled even. If you've never listened to their self-titled album, that was before they got really like experimental and proggy. It's surprise. It's like from 76 or something. But it just kind of sounds like it's Rush, but like classic rock before they ventured into weird shit, which is really cool. Neil Peart is my idol when it comes to drumming, dude. Neil Peart, the real one. Did he die, or was that Lifeson? Either way, to one of them, rip to a legend. Danny Carey. Danny Carey. Who's Danny Carey? Who does he play with? With Oh, for Tool, obviously. Tool, yeah, of course, of course. Duh. Life's, oh, Neil Peart died, yeah. That was, dude, that was a fucking sad day for everyone. A sad day for Canada, and therefore the world. Gonna go shower, see you next stream. Thank you for hanging out, Sound Ocean. Enjoy your shower, go to sleep. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. I'll see you later. Sig Figs, you're more for the prog stuff. I do too. I love when they get into that. Don't misunderstand me. But it's interesting to hear them before they sort of branched off into that too, because it's the Rush sound. It's Geddy Lee's, blazing, screaming high vocals, and they're just like doing, 70s classic rock, like general. It's not generic, but like, sounds of the time. It's just really, really cool. Because it's different from what Rush sounds like in moving pictures, for example, right? Just cool. It's a different flavor, That's all. Yikes. Weird. All right. Let's move on from the third movement. That's just weird. Fourth movement. That's a good one. That one's got some runs. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think we're going to spend too much time on the fourth movement here, because it's just like, the fourth movement is fun because of the crazy weird colors that you can get. Welcome back, Jerry. Good to see you. If we can focus on music for a second. So it's kind of a regal, like, march sort of a start when it comes out, but what's fun about it, if we could ever focus. Ah. So this part here is my favorite from here on. So it's all in half steps. E, F sharp, G sharp chord, whatever the fuck is that, and then D, E, F sharp. It's such a cool. I cannot stress this enough. Listen to the horn trio fourth movement. For at the very end, those chords. Oh, they're dissonant but warm at the same time. It's so cool. They are gorgeous. Listen to it now. Thank me later. And then it's like, yeah, whatever. I don't really want to work that one out too much because it's just kind of like, not as fun. It looks like it sounds fantastic. I'm telling you. The album is Seros by Freudis Revekra. The horn trio, fourth movement. It's buttery, dude. Oh, and it's so cool as well because it's right after this chaotic, like everyone's doing runs up and then it goes and it's just like chill, calm down, and it's like, oh, seriously, I cannot recommend it enough. Okay, before we do our warm downs and whatnot, let's play a little bit of Manoseros by Wolfgang Plagge for unaccompanied French horn, also present on the album Seros. You know, I love how little sense it makes, but at the same time it makes lots of sense. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of music, is like looking at it on the page, those don't sound good. Listening to it, I've goosebumps. I want more. I want to eat those notes. Those are buttery, smooth, velvety notes, and I'm gonna throw my camera across the room. That's what I thought. Shoot. That I can do that. I can do trigger 2 3 down to 1 2 3. Blah 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 blah. You know, blah blah blah. Whew. Besides French horn, guitar, and bass, do you play any other instruments? Not really. I've taken some keyboard, like piano classes when I was in college. So like, but that was again 15 years ago. So not really. I can play trumpet. I marched trumpet when I was in high school for a couple of years. And I can play. So for brass, just in general, it's easy to go like. If you play on a small mouthpiece, you can play on a larger mouthpiece, generally. So like I can play trumpet, I can play tuba, trombone, euphonium, not very well, but it's easier to go from a small mouthpiece to a large mouthpiece, as opposed to going from a tuba mouthpiece to this little fucker, you know? So so anything in the brass family, I can probably play decently well. Let's see, I sing from now on, like a little bit. Everyone sings though, so I don't know if you count that. Yeah, that's probably about it. I have an electronic drum set too, that's in a box, so that doesn't count. I don't know if it sounds weird, but I feel like I've seen your face somewhere before, and I never came across your channel. That's very interesting. If you're, you said you're in Europe, so probably would not have come across me organically unless you've ever been to Florida, and even then, it's not even the populated parts of Florida, so yeah, maybe not, but maybe I just have one of those faces, you know. Yeah, so that is going to have to be something that I work on, because I don't know those. I know basically like the first page and a half decently well. Whew. And I don't know if I have the stamina left at this 2 hours and 10 minutes and 32 seconds to really work through much more of Monoceros. Maybe another day. Let's Ooh, you know what could be fun though? Here we go. Here we go. Cling number 12, because I want to see if I can get these arpeggios that descend down to the C. Those have always been like very, very difficult for me, because I'll well, you'll see in the middle if we do end up getting it, but let's see. That was the part, by the way, that's very messy. But so normally the lowest notes just would not sound. It would be ba ba da ba ba da, ba ba da ba ba da, ba ba da ba ba da. You know. So the fact that they actually kind of the notes are there, I just need to play them better. It's improvement. It's not all the way there yet, but it's improving. That sounded good. That felt good. Honestly, clean up the middle section there a little bit, and that's kind of performance ready. Who's better than us, Vinny? Cat's out of the hat now. Ain't nobody better than us. 'Cause we the best around. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Okay. So that was 12. Ooh. All right. Last one. I promise this is the last one. Yo, any tips on the Pokemon game? If I just started, what? So which Pokemon? Are we talking the tower defense? Tower defense, you're going to want to get eggs. Getting eggs is very important because you really want to round out your roster and get a couple really good ones. Spinda is a monster. Spinda, Excadrill, Absol, Maractus, Ditto, obviously. But really just like keep trying to progress, get some good levels, figure out who you like, you know. There's a lot of really good stuff, a lot of really good things. I found on the Reddit, well, you know, don't go to the Reddit because they'll just like spoil the end game and all the unlocks and secrets for you. But I had unlocked everything that I could. And so I went to look for like money farming stuff. And so for the last day or so, I've been farming monies and now shiny. Money and now shinies. Let me actually see, because we had 3 that were shiny just before. We're up to 7! 7 of them are shiny! Holy cow. What even do we have? Charizard, Masquerain, Sharpedo. Sharpedo's new. Crocodile, Cryogonal. Girafarig. I think that's 7. Ooh, we got some good ones in the shiny camp. Just explore with the game. Yeah, just have fun. But definitely getting eggs is really, really good. Because you're going to want, like, each one that you get, I feel like most of them have like good use. You know, each one is in there because it's not all Pokemon are available. So each one that is in there kind of is like good, I feel like. But yeah, it's really good. It's a lot of fun. Very addicting. If you like tower defense, like the Bloons games, you're gonna love it. And someone that can hit invisibles is very important. Grumpig, Honchkrow, Exatu are, I think, there might be another one, but Honchkrow is my invisible hitter when I was playing through before I started the endgame farming stuff. Just started. That's beautiful. Enjoy it. And I'm gonna say no more because I'm gonna let you figure it out on your own because it is worth being able to figure it out on your own. Have fun and enjoy it, dude. And I don't know if you've seen. Did I gotta. We're full on dork. I got my badges, my Kanto badges, back here on the bookshelf there, or my dresser. Hell yeah, dude. Are the colors based on the type? I don't think so. I'm not sure. I think the colors are based on the color palette of the Pokemon. I'm looking at them now. I've got like who's even the same type? Maractus, Comfey, and Ferrothorn all have grass, right? And they're all, different typings, but they're I think Ferrothorn is a little bit darker because it's a darker green. Maractus looks like, yeah, I think it's just based on the color of the Pokemon sprite. Very cool. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right. Real quick, just while I'm not going to do the first part because it goes up to a C and I don't have chops for that, but I want to do the Legero. I also need to get this water out because I think it's been in there since Strauss or something. I bet you it's in the valves. Sure is. And we don't have to guess which valves they're in. That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. We can get all the water in all of the valves in one go. And there it was. That's what I'm telling you. It's a nifty little trick. Okay. Let me put a click real quick and see. Triplet, 76. Triplet, that's a bit slow. Triplet. That could be good. Just got Hoppip and he's carrying. Yes, I remember Jumpluff and Sceptile I had in a lot of the grassy stages, and I remember did a lot of good work. Hoppip is a really good pull. That's fucking huge. That's hard to do in one breath. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, blah blah blah. My goodness. All right. That might be about all the chops that I've got for today, chats. And it has, what a good day it has been. What a damn good day it has been. We're not quite done, because what we have to do is warm down. Got to do this every single time. Gonna do some chromatics down to the bottom of the horn, and then some arpeggios down to the bottom of the horn. And that will be the last thing we do before we put up the horn. Oh, and carry on with our day, and maybe stretch my back, because, oh, it's tight. That's not even right. Straight down to the bottom of the horn. Has Wormadam? No, I think Wormadam might be Wormadam and Burmy might be enemies, but I don't think you can get them. I don't know. So at some point, it's eggs. The cost of eggs becomes prohibitive to the point where you need to get some levels. So all I mean to say is that having a good, well-rounded bit of a team to build is good, because like when I started, I ended up with Excadrill, Machamp, and Primeape, all of which do double damage to armor, which is like fine and it's good, but I didn't have very much crowd control. So I pumped a bunch of levels into those guys thinking like there's no armor that can stop me, but then I got overrun by like 60 Dodrios or something, you know? So it's, you want to make sure that you've got all your bases covered. That was more the, because I neglected getting eggs in favor of levels like strictly because I was like, oh, these guys are good. We're just gonna, go and go. But I should have. I needed a couple different skill set mons was all. But you'll figure it out. It's really it's not that like deep or intricate of a game. But yeah, you got it. You got it. It's just like Blooms. Hell yeah. Alrighty. I dare say that's about practice for the day. 2.5, a little bit more than we normally do. And not to brag or anything, but I also got started a little bit earlier than I normally do too. So to make up for yesterday being a lighter day of practice, it's good to make up for it a little bit today. A little bit extra mouthpiece work in the warm-ups. Some interesting lip trill occurrences. I'm not quite sure how those are gonna look. later on, or as a result of today. But otherwise, we did our Strauss. We played around with some good stuff, and I think we made some. I think we made some good progress. So, now I guess it's time for me to practice. Get to it, Sig Figs. You got no excuse anymore. Oh goodness, we're gonna call time. Boom, 2:31. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day, Thursday or Friday, depending on where you are. Good afternoon for those around this time. Good evening for those of you in Europe and beyond. And I'll see y'all next time for practice. Take care, everybody. I can't focus. Now we're focused. All right.